All right, listen up, because this isn't just a sad story. It's a terrifying mystery that absolutely baffled an entire university. And trust me, what happened in this cursed corridor will make you think twice about staying up late in a dorm room. So, imagine a typical college dorm. Loud music, late-night study sessions, bad cafeteria food. Everything normal, right? Except for one corridor on the third floor of Cedar Hall. This is where our story begins, with a girl named Anya. Anya was quiet, kept to herself, a bit reserved, but otherwise seemed totally fine. She was just another student. One morning, her roommate woke up and found Anya. She had hanged herself in their room. No note, no warning, no obvious reason. Just gone. The campus was in shock. Everyone wondered why. Was it academic pressure, a bad breakup? Nobody knew. The university hushed it up pretty quickly, as universities do. But the students, they talked, they whispered, and soon they started seeing things. It started subtly, a cold spot in the corridor right outside Anya's old room. Then, late at night, students would swear they heard a faint, rhythmic thump, thump, thump coming from inside the room, like something was being dragged. The new girls assigned to that room moved out within a week, complaining of unbearable sadness and a constant, suffocating feeling. But that was just the beginning. Soon, the entire corridor became a no-go zone after midnight. Students reported hearing soft, persistent knocking on their doors even when no one was there. They'd peek through the peephole, see nothing, but the knocking would continue, sometimes moving from door to door down the hall. Then things got truly, unequivocally terrifying. People started hearing their names being called. Not just any voice, but voices they knew. Their best friend's voice, their mother's voice, their boyfriend's voice, calling their name from the other side of their door, or even from inside their own room when they were alone. And when they'd call back, thinking someone was playing a prank, there would be no answer. Just an eerie silence, followed by a faint, chilling whisper that sounded like it was coming from everywhere and nowhere at once. One night, a group of guys, all big and supposedly fearless, decided they'd had enough. They were going to bust the ghost. They armed themselves with flashlights and their phones, planning to record everything. Around 1 a.m., they gathered in the corridor. It was freezing cold, even though the heating was on full blast. The air felt heavy, oppressive. They heard the knocking start. A slow, deliberate rap, rap, rap on Anya's old door. One of the guys, Ben, bravely stepped forward and yelled, "All right, Anya, if you're here, show yourself." The knocking stopped. The corridor went silent. A silence so profound it hurt their ears. Then, from the very end of the corridor, where the emergency exit was, they heard a girl's voice, clear as day, say Ben's name. Ben! Ben froze. He knew that voice. It sounded exactly like his girlfriend, Lisa. He whipped out his phone flashlight and shone it down the corridor. Nothing. The door to the emergency exit was closed. "Lisa!" he called out, confusion mixing with fear. Suddenly, all the lights in the corridor exploded, showering them with sparks and glass. The emergency lights flickered on, bathing the hall in a sickly red glow. And from the darkness of Anya's room, a figure slowly emerged. Not a clear figure, but a swirling, indistinct mass of shadow and despair, slowly taking on the outline of a young woman, her head tilted at an impossible angle. The boys screamed. They didn't stand and fight. They didn't try to record. They just ran. They flew down the stairs, tripping over each other, not stopping until they were outside, huddled under the campus streetlights, shivering uncontrollably. Anya's room was eventually sealed off. The university claimed it was structural damage, but everyone knew the truth. That corridor was haunted. The paranormal activity continued, though less intensely, for years. To this day, students in Cedar Hall know, never stay in that corridor after midnight. Never answer if you hear your name called in a familiar voice. And never, ever try to bust a ghost. Because some mysteries, some tragedies, refuse to stay buried. This isn't just a story. It's a chilling warning that some dorm rooms come with a horrifying past. And trust me, you do not want to be the next one to walk down that corridor after dark.